Um, so I've been getting trolled all weekend, y'all. I'm getting trolled all weekend. Um, because apparently the People's Party people are doing their bullshit, and they had that criminal come after me and shit. Um, so I want to tell you a couple of funny things that I did when I realized that I needed to get rid of him. When I realized that he was completely, that he wasn't just a dude who had bad opinions. He wasn't just a dude who was kind of stupid. He wasn't just a dude who was just, a little messed up in the head or whatever, right? Like, because, I mean, we meet people of all different intelligence levels, right? We meet people of all different intelligence levels. When it occurred to me that he was actually fucking with me, and that he was doing, saying things on purpose to antagonize me. When I realized that he was having me drive him around on purpose to fuck with me. When I realized that he was trying to scam me. When it occurred to me that that's what was happening, I basically started pulling the same sort of shit that I did against my ex-husband. So when I decided I needed a divorce, I started plotting. I've told this story before. I might tell it again. I don't know if I'm going to tell this again, but I started plotting when I realized that I was in a bad spot and I needed to get out of it. I started plotting. And that's what I did with this motherfucker too. He's harassing me on social media. Whatever. He's trying to scare me. He's trying to scare people who talk to me. He's trying to scare people right now. But let me tell you what I did to this motherfucker. Let me tell you what I did to this motherfucker. So when I realized he was fucking with me, I stopped buying groceries. And I started ordering meal for one Grubhub. I was like, go ahead and eat my 10-year-old crackers, bitch. If I have old food on the top third shelf, you go for it. Because I am no longer buying you food. So I ended up starting to buy Grubhub and just get my own meals. Like I had fucking bacon cheeseburger in front of him. Shit, while he was eating peanut butter and jelly. I was like, fuck you, bitch. So I started doing that. And the worse it got, because he said he was going to, like, we had the conversation on Saturday that he needed to leave. And then 2 days later, he still hadn't left. So what happened is I applied my generic GOP test. And I blasted Hamilton. And he hid in the bedroom pretty much all day. And that's also when I started getting followed on Twitter by incarcerated podcasters. And so I went over, I knocked on the door, and I'm like, who are these fucking people that are following me on Twitter now? And he's like, well, you did you did a live stream with me on John Grissom, so I'm sure they're just, I've just attracted some attention to you. And I'm like, get the fuck out of my house. Get out right the fuck now. And so he had to pack up his shit. He had to pack up his shit right in that moment. And that's when I discovered he'd left like wadded up Kleenexes all over the floor. Just disgusting ass shit. And I've spent over a month cleaning up that room now to make it livable again. That dude was so fucking gross. He was so gross. And he still is. The fact that he is still coming after me on my channels, and not only is he stalking me, he's stalking people I talk to. That's some bullshit right there. But yeah, Hamilton's the test, y'all. If you want to find out if somebody is GOP, all you gotta do is blast Hamilton. That's all you gotta too, because they fucking hate Hamilton. They hate that musical so much. They really do. I don't know why. Like, I mean, I guess because it's like people of color representing our founding fathers and turning it all hip and like rapping and shit. So yeah, I blasted Hamilton. That was my final test. He fucking hid in the. I had it out on the balcony. It wasn't even in the living room. It's out here with me. But that is literally what I did when the MAGA fuckers in my neighborhood tried to call the cops on me for having my stereo too loud at 6:30 at night. It wasn't even that loud. It wasn't even that loud. They just literally don't want their children to learn about American history. That's literally what fucking went down. I don't know if you can hear it, but like, well, it's still before curfew, but they're being loud. They're gonna be loud like this all summer long, you guys. They're gonna be loud like this all summer long. Hamilton's the test, y'all. You'll be back. Soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me.